Oh, I'm just talking to myself. Okay, welcome. It has been a minute since I have been on this channel. Since I've done a live stream. I'm not, and that's usually, I don't know. Whew. I think, I'm getting tired, y'all. I am getting tired of, no. It's like, so to be quite honest, I don't understand how people hold up two channels and things like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because I do like to use this one for just random chat. So I don't stress about this channel as much. Hi, Aliana. How are you? I don't stress about this channel. And so it was like, I just was tired. Here's the deal. I do mornings with Lou. Man, I've barely been getting up out of my bed. I've not been getting up on time. So that has stopped me from doing those. I was doing makeup and life lessons on Wednesday nights. I got sick a couple. I was sick one Wednesday, and then I just like wound up taking these naps, and I just don't get up. It is what it is. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's just like I've been like, I've kind of been putting out content, but it's been like very haphazard on the other channel too. Trying to like get back in or back into it, but anyway, anyhow, anywho, I got a couple of things that I want to talk about, and so they were better on this side because I like to keep that side more makeup, fragrance, a little makeup, whatever. Hey, Rochelle. So this side is about the chat. So first off, let's talk about Mary J. Blige. And the reason why I'm going to talk about Mary J. Blige is she has a collab she just did with Giuseppe Zanotti, and she did a pair of boots. And full transparency, I don't think the boots that cute, but it ain't for me to say. Hi, Gemini. So it ain't for me, right? They're not for me, and I'm okay with that. So, but let's just say they look very Mary because we know that Mary J. Blige loves her pair of boots. She rocks them boots, rocks them well. But the thing is that there's a notice, so they're like $1,300. Y'all, people is tripping on the price. People are tripping on her collab. People are talking about how she should, that she should have gone with something with a lower price point, basically. Right? They're talking. People are pissed off because they saying she should have done something with a lower price point, basically, so they could buy a pair of boots that was for. But the thing is, let's just be real. Um, let's just be real. Why would she? Why would she? It's like, honey, I get y'all want to be able to, have these Mary J. Blige boots. So they want her to do it like with Zara. They feel like she should do it like something like Aldo or something. And she went, Mary been a star for 30 years plus, at least 30 years. Honey, she went with the people that she deals with. She wears I'm sure she got a whole lot of notice um in her thing. So it's like really interesting that people are pissed off. Honey, and she already sold out. So she's like, whatever. I'm sure she's whatever in them, right? But why would she? That's like, here's the thing. It's so interesting because people complained about Jackie Ina and her forever, whatever them damn things are, whatever she calls them, her fragrances, because we said they didn't look luxurious enough for her, right? Now people mad at Mary because she went full luxury, and why wouldn't she? Because that's what she is. It ain't like it. Listen, Mary been making it for a long time. If she acting now, I haven't even noticed, to be quite honest. But it's like, why would she? Why wouldn't she collab, especially when talking about boots, when probably a designer a house that she probably is already part of. She buys from home anyway. You know, she probably has a lineup of his boots because Zanoni makes a lot of those styles of boots that she loves. So it was probably a very natural it was probably a very natural movement for her to do that with them. But people mad and in their feelings, it's like, why would you think that? When has Mary ever given you any type of thrift, um low, you know, what have we ever seen her in retail? Oh, okay, okay. So it's like, no, no. I found it very on brand. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, okay, that makes lots of sense. It makes lots of sense. Like I said, they're not my style. I would never want them. Even if I could get my big old calves and thighs in them, not my style. But they look very much like Mary. They're very on brand for her, and that is a launch that makes sense to me. Now, since we're gonna talk about celebrities, before I get on the other thing I want to talk about, can we talk about? I just gotta say this, y'all. Serena Williams. Did y'all see her look for the Met Gala? How am I better? Did y'all see her look? And did you see the difference between her and Venus? Serena, 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 Serena. Who's dressing her? Who's her stylist? Who's her friends? Who's her family? Who are the people who walking down the street looking at her? Who are her fans? Who are these people? Because they lying to her. That was such a bad look. It was such a bad look. And Serena can do so much better. I don't know who dressed her. I don't know who did that. But I was very confused. I was very confused. And then on top of it, let's just put this out here. Your makeup gonna look that bad and you just came out with a makeup line? You better talk to Riri about how to market your makeup line because you I just, I just need to know who told Serena to go into makeup. I'm just confused. I just Now you know what? I would have loved a cute little sportswear line from her. That would have been so cute, Serena. Ah, that would have been so cute. Now would I bought it? Probably not, because it probably be overpriced. Something I ain't gonna pay for. But I could see people buying it, and it would be so on brand. I don't understand who these people are. Yo, who are their people that has them out here doing this? When I heard about it, I was like, what? Serena Williams with a makeup line? I was like, where are we going? Right? I mean, like, real talk. I mean, honestly, Serena don't even need to do all this shit. But if you want to have your little line, why don't you go with a sportswear line? That would have made so much sense, especially with the little tennis skirts that are in now. She could have had a cute little, hey, Court, she could have had like cute little tennis skirts and everything. But she came out with that. Just didn't make no sense. Okay. Okay, so and then to be at the Met Gala looking like, I mean, she really, really looked like she got that outfit from Forever 21. Because that didn't even look Zara. That looked like Forever 21. And I know people are saying maybe she's going through some, postpartum depression. I'm like that too. I'm like, okay, maybe she is, but then we need to work. Then mm-mm. I'll be confused. All right, so those are the two celebrity things I was seeing and I wanted to talk about. Now, let's get on the male teacher and the unbraiding. Have y'all heard about this? For the people who haven't, let's find out. Have you heard about this? I know my black folks, I know y'all done heard about it because it's all over the black social media. Can we talk about this? All right, Corey, you heard. Okay. So let's talk about it. Now, of course, we have, the people saying so many things. And of course, we know he has now lost his job. So let me just say a few things about it. And, it's like always, here's the thing about it. You always have people, somebody I work with, somebody I know was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. It wasn't bad. I said, okay, let me get y'all. It's like, let's just talk. Number one, that's just inappropriate school. Because like I swear to God, kids will try to do that in the classroom, and I had to catch them like, "What are y'all doing? This is not a beauty salon. Sit your butt down." You know what I'm saying? They will try to do each other's hair in your class. Kid you not, it happens all the time. And I had to be like, "If y'all don't, have you lost your mind? Are you in my classroom doing this? Sit your ass down." Pretty much. I can't say ass, but I'm saying. So that's the first thing. And then it's like, now we all heard the people talking about he was bonding, he's creating relationships. Now let me just tell y'all this. Um, Honey, they always been familiar. Let me just say this. Let me just tell y'all, there's been familiarity going on for quite some time. Okay, now the other thing is, so let me just say this. The other thing is that they have shown, apparently this has been a kind of a thing where they've shown women, the students doing women's hair and everything. I got a problem with that too. I said shit's all inappropriate. No, because I mean I have kids talking about they want to do my hair, they want to put their hands in my hair. If you don't get your ass away from me, no, you cannot touch my hair. No, because they do. They want to touch your hair. Miss Carrie, can I do your hair? Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. So all the shit's inappropriate to me. It's just all inappropriate. But here's the things that I was trying to say about it. Besides that, so shit's inappropriate. Period, male and female. Let's just throw this out here. I'm not sitting up here and saying it's bad because he's a man. I'm like the shit is inappropriate for anybody to have it. And okay, so that's first thing. But let's just talk about his thing, that what he did. So first off, that was a live stream that he did on TikTok. And apparently, people were saying stuff in the comments. Well, he took the live stream and then, did something with it and put it out there on his regular thing and then said something. Like he was basically putting it up there basically because he knew people was gonna talk shit because apparently maybe some people were talking during the live stream that he was doing with these students at the school, right? Okay. Right, okay, so that was it. So then it was a live stream and then he made it into a piece on social media. Now they're saying that, of course, the administration, his school, and his students and the parents love him. He's so great. That. Whatever. So let me just okay, whatever. So he then got immediately fired. They called his ass in and fired him. Now, here's the things that I said. Let's just say this. First off, like I said, the shit was inappropriate, period. But I'm like, I don't care if there's down. First off, you're supposed to be teaching from bell to bell, from bell to bell. Now it is the end of the year. I'm tired. I get it. You know, sometimes I don't feel like teaching the whole time, but you know, I throw out some shit for them to do, or I give them enough work. Be like, okay, now y'all got it, right, right, right. So now that's the first thing. Number two, most schools, most districts, most school networks, what's that right there? Have clauses that say you cannot put students up on social media. So now, with them saying the administration was okay with it, okay, well, let me just say this. That might have been your administration in your school knew you were doing it and didn't say anything, which they was wrong too. But I can promise you, whatever district he worked in has that in the employee handbook. Do not do that. You're not supposed to be posting up any students or anything on your social media. They have social media pages that they want you to post on. They'll tell you, oh, post it on this page, you know, whatever. But they don't want you posting kids. You ain't supposed to be taking pictures and videos of kids and posting it. The shit. And here's the thing. And he's so stupid. Parents, if them parents will say, oh, we are okay with it until a parent ain't. And you ain't got no written consent. So what? So you could have a parent say, "Hold up, I didn't consent to this shit," whether they said it to, right? But even if he did have that, that has nothing to do with district policy. Listen, if the district says do not do this, you're not supposed to be doing it. It don't matter if he got written permission from the parents. The district says do not do that. That's written in that. I can promise you. I can promise you an employee handbook. That shit's in there someplace, and he knows it. So it don't matter if he got parent and let me say this. And let me say this. I can promise you that's a fucking lie. I can promise you he ain't been doing. I can promise you that he ain't got this all on paperwork on this shit. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Because and if his administration was okay with it, right? Yeah. What, like for instance, the schools have it in their paperwork that parents sign that their kids can be used. But we as teachers, we are told not to do. Hell, we're supposed to. I mean, like for real. People do it, but like when we went into the pandemic, all this they was giving us Google Voice numbers. I already had one, but to make sure that we can reach out to students without giving out our phone number. We're told in my network, you can give a parent your phone number, but you should not be giving students your phone number. It is what, okay. Now, here's the thing about it. Whether it was innocent or not, I'm not going to sit up here. I don't know what his intentions were. I'm not going to sit up here and say he had the most evilest intentions, like some people are saying. But what I'm saying is, it's a slippery motherfucking slope. It's a slippery slope that he put himself on, and that's part of the reason why there are these things that are in place as teachers, because there needs to be a certain amount of separation between you and your students, because it's a slippery slope. And the slippery slope says you doing stuff like that, you kids gonna say that you're doing something. All it takes is one of them to get upset with you, or two of them to get upset with you, and make some allegations against you. These kids know what to say. They know how to do. I know a guy who they was talking about, he was doing inappropriate shit. All he did, and they even had to look at them. They were like, I don't know what they're talking about, because these girls know if they don't like you. I mean, these kids know it. If they don't like you, if they're mad at you, because yeah, they his best friends now, but they might get mad at his ass and then decide to say he been trying to hit on them. He's been doing this, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. that whole thing he was doing smacks of too much familiarity, which smacks of allowing other things. Now, like I said, I'm not saying his intentions, but allowing other things that isn't quite appropriate. And I don't mean from him doing anything with students, but perhaps he allows them to do things they just shouldn't be doing in school. And even if he doesn't, he has opened himself to allegations. He opened himself, and then there's proof that he's doing things that aren't quite appropriate. So therefore, they could say it went further. It's just as simple as that. Simple as that. And and I know people are saying that's a terrible thing, but if you work in schools, if you work in a school, if you've ever worked in school, you know that this shit happens all the time. And I'm here to say it's not as many men fucking these young ones as the women are. So this happens all the time. All the time. So you are opening yourself, right? And yes, and listen, males and females had crushes on teachers. And so you have to keep that space. And clearly, I can promise you, some of them have a crush on him. Some of them have a crush on him. So that's the biggest issue for me, is that the slippery slope he put himself on, not understanding what he was doing. And then on top of it, the biggest issue is why you had to put it on social media. Right? Why did you have to put it on social media? Why? Because everybody wants to be seen, and they're looking for the viral moment and everything. So they're hitting these things, and they're trying to do things and showcase themselves in whatever way, however they're doing it. And so not everything needs to be on social media. If he was doing shit like that, that should have been just within his school. If they was allowing it, fine. Should he have ever put it on there? If he had never put it on there, we wouldn't know, and he'd still have his fucking job. Now, could he still be on that slippery slope? Yes, he would be. But it wouldn't have just happened as quickly as the shit happened. Because I promise you, that shit had nothing to do with the principal of his school. That was it. That was the district saying, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Because that's he was crossing that moral turpitude line, and that's an issue. And it's just like, you just don't do shit like that with these. It was like, oh Lord, what is he doing? And then of course he got fired real quick. It was like, yeah, you out. But the thing is that then he got on there and cried about it, and oh, everybody's so upset. And they're like, oh, he's creating relationships with these kids, blah, blah, blah. Let me just be honest with you, and I'm just going to be real and talk about this. I'm sorry. Um, okay, let me say this. I appreciate Black men being in our schools. I really do. It's a very important. I think their relationship building should be with men, with the young men, because sometimes they need it. Now, do young women need strong male presence, especially in the schools? Yes, they do. Is that the type of relationship that creates a strong male presence for them? I'm not so sure about that. I'm really not. No, I'm really not. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I just that does not smack to me of something that I want my child. Hell the fuck no. No, you ain't unbraiding no damn teacher's head, especially no male teacher. You ain't unbraiding no female teacher's head. No, we not. No, absolutely not. No, um, and it's here's now. Let me tell you something about good teachers. especially when the students are saying it. See, clearly he's that cool teacher that they like. That doesn't mean he's a good teacher. What that means is he's a well-liked teacher by the students. That does not mean he's a great teacher. And I'm just going to say that with every fiber of my being. Yes, some great teachers have great relationships and all that other good stuff, right? But that is not what makes a good teacher. Listen, I tell my students every day, you ain't gotta like me, and I'm gonna sleep, and I'm gonna go to sleep the same way I slept the day before. If you don't like me today or tomorrow, whatever, because I'm not here. I'm not necessarily here to be liked. But I'm here to make sure I give you some. I make sure that you learn something every day you come in my classroom. And you ain't gotta like my black ass for that. You ain't gotta like me. But what I am gonna do is make sure I do that. And so, and I'm telling you, the majority of good teachers to kids are not necessarily teachers that are teaching them. They're the teachers that allow them to cross boundaries, to do things that they shouldn't be doing in the classroom. Those are especially when you're talking about the older kids, they want them teachers like that. Now, yeah, they like people like me. Now, don't get me wrong, kids like me, but they also know that there's a respect that's involved and there's a boundary involved. And if a child hugs me, because of course I hug kids all the time. Hey, Miss Cal, whatever, right? Right? But they are they know where they stand with me and they know I care about them. But is it gonna be something like you gonna do some shit like that in my classroom? Hell no. No, we're not doing no. So when I eat, because like they were showing female teachers, there's something wrong with that shit too. Why they got? Because let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Unbraiding somebody's hair and shit, that takes a minute. So, and I mean, he had a whole bunch of them in his hair, doing his hair. Hell, and even the female teachers, what are we doing? Are we working? And they're like, they're such good teachers. You can be a good teacher and they ain't got to be in your head. You could be a good teacher. You create relationships. You can have students that really will come to you and confide in you. You can you can be there for these students. You can do all those things without letting them do your fucking hair in class. And don't get me wrong, I have students I've said, "Oh, I should come over and let you braid my hair." Am I really gonna do that? No, no. I mean, like for instance, we're not supposed to have kids in car. You're not supposed to have a kid in your car for the reasons of this. But you gonna have you go and I you know what it's like when you're on social media and then people are responding to it. It just angers you because it's like, are you really this stupid? And now of course people are like, oh, because people of course people say he's grooming them. He's grooming them. No, I'm not gonna say the young man is grooming them. I am not gonna say that. Um, and everybody's like, everybody sexualizes too much. Yes, 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 there is an over sexualization, but the shit is out there. Um, so, and you can't say that men aren't looking at young girls, women aren't looking at young boys, girls, whatever they're looking at. So we have to protect them and we have to protect ourselves in the space. We have to protect them and we have to protect ourselves. And that's what he didn't do. He didn't protect himself, right? Right. Thank you. Right. Right. The whole thing. Listen, I had a coworker saying, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, but that's like one time I had to explain to somebody that I knew because I was going to be over their house and we were going to have cocktails, right? Well, when I come to her house, her daughter has some friends over because she lived, that she went to school in the district. But she had some friends over from the school that I worked in. Some young people at her house from the school I worked in. And I said, oh, well, I guess I ain't drinking tonight. Right? And my friend was like, what do you mean? I said, oh, I ain't drinking tonight. These kids is up in here. What does that mean? I said, girl, I can't be in here drinking with some kids that I work with at school. And she's like, that don't make no sense. This is your, hi, Shonda. This is your, you're on your own personal time. I said, I might be on my personal time, but that don't mean these kids ain't going to run back and talk about how they saw Miss Calumet drinking. Hell the fuck no. No. And it was like, and it's like, once you do, listen, there are certain professions that you just got to be aware of that shit, and it's like, you got to be aware and say, okay, I can't do this. But she couldn't understand that I was like, no, and I wouldn't drink. And she's like, that don't make no motherfucking sense. You can't have a cocktail on your own time. I said, not when these kids are in here, because then they could say I gave them something to drink. Because and we got camera phones. These little Negroes will take pictures of me drinking. You got me fucked up. I said, you do understand this is my job. And people don't understand sometimes that, that these type of jobs, you have to think about those things. You have to think about the other part of this. You can't be doing stuff like that. And so him as a black man, sitting in this classroom, all these young ladies taking his hair down. It was just like, no. Mm-mm. But once again, if the parents were okay with it, if the administration was okay with it, then okay, that's fine. But he messed up. Here's what he did wrong. Put the shit on social media. No, it didn't need to be on there. I mean, if you're going to be doing something that's a little bit, blurring the lines, why would you post it up? But see, everybody wants to post up things for controversy and for views and everything. And then, but didn't think about this could affect my livelihood. And it did. Now, will he get another job? Listen, it's a shortage. He might find someplace else to hire. But who knows? All right. So I just had to say that. And so I am on that shit was inappropriate. You can't make me think it was appropriate. And then like somebody I know who was like, there's nothing wrong with it. I said, so you would be okay with your daughter unbraiding some man's hair at school, right? Yeah, it would bother me. I'm like, yeah, okay, you saying that because your kid ain't there. I would, I'm sorry. Just that whole like I said, everybody talking about he a good teacher and the students loved him. I promise you, as I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stand on it, and I will stand on it. Like they say, I'm standing on business. I can promise you that the reason why those kids love him so much is for shit like that, because of the inappropriate. I'm sure they're doing each other's hair. And they also, had a show where he was letting them do his nails. Why the fuck were they doing that? Okay, I could listen. I might have been able to understand it if this was saying that this was like they had a cosmetology space in his school. So, and that would have been fine, like, because hey, ain't nothing wrong with, what I'm saying? I love a good cosmetologist, hairstylist. So it would be different if there was a program and he was showing off the program. Like, we have this program here. They're going to do this. This is what I'm doing with the program, which would have been supervised, because it wouldn't have been just in his room. Listen, real talk. Hi, for me, like the way we have to set up our room, right? In my network, is we have to make sure that our desk is visible. So, we only have like a little glass, but you have to they want you to make sure that your desk is visible. Why? To make sure that anybody can look in and see you or whatever's going on. It's like, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Right? So it was like, because they were saying he had stuff where he had them, they were doing his nails. What? Yes, we have to have our desk visible outside of our classroom. We just do. So it's like I can't have my desk on the other side because my desk has to be visible when somebody looks in the room. And it's a way to, right? So, and if I am in the classroom, like especially like after school, or where it's a time where I'm in there by myself with a student, you're supposed to have the door open. Unless, now, I mean, it's not a hard and fast rule, but a lot of times I will keep my door open because you just don't want to give kids this ability to say some shit about you, because they will. Listen, these kids, listen, we have kids we've heard kids talking about, I'm gonna get them fired. That they think like this. Now we never thought I'm gonna just tell them, oh, I'm gonna get this kid, I'm gonna get this teacher fired. We weren't like that. But these kids are. They like, I'm gonna get them fired. So trust me, there was going to come, if this continued on, there was going to come a time that somebody was going to accuse him of some shit. I promise you. Some girl was going to accuse him of something. Like, for instance, because maybe he's paying too much attention to some girl. Then there's going to be some rumors that are going to get started, and that's what he's going to have to deal with. See what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if he's giving too much attention, then some other girl's going to be like, yes, I'm going on with him and such. And that shit's going to be all over that school. So it right. So, but like you said, but like somebody said earlier, the thing is like so many people and saying trying to bring a black man down, and yeah. I wonder how black people would have been acting if it had been a white man letting these girls do his hair or do their nails. No. Okay, I'm out. Let me get off of that one. Let me get off of that one. Now, I was also talking about recently. Let's do our usual due diligence on the frames community. As I predicted, you are hearing more people discussing. That's what I'm saying. And most real educators was right with me. They was like, that one right there, that part right there is the issue, one of the biggest issues. Whether his intentions were innocent, he put himself in a position that he was opening himself up to allegations and being put up. Mm-mm, mm-mm, nope. Yeah. So how y'all been doing fragrance wise? Let's talk. Have y'all been seeing? Okay. Have y'all been seeing how people are now making sure they're letting you know how they feel about PR and talking about PR, the people who get it now? I told y'all that was coming because now they got to. I am not that person. I don't pander for PR. I said there's nothing wrong with PR. I I'll take somebody's free shit, but it's like now they have to make sure they don't pander for PR. But the question is, I don't know. I don't know, Courtney. Because I don't know because I've given the predictions and they do come true. But here's the funny thing. But when you get your PR, unless, and here's the funny thing, watch how they do this. A lot of times when they talk about things like this, not, and they all trying to say something about Kayali because they know everybody that came for Kayali's ass. But the other thing is when they get real honest about PR is with non-large brands. See, it's easy to, do that with some smaller brands, but are you gonna do that shit with PDM? Are you gonna do that with Parfums de Marley if they send you something? Are you gonna do that with House of Siage? Are you gonna do that with Kayali? No, y'all gonna toe that line. Y'all gonna act like y'all love that shit to keep that shit coming in. I bet you though, because we've been hearing a few things from Kayali, I bet you she put that out there, to dispel this thing that is going around. Could you all say Mona and Huda ain't stupid? So I would not be surprised that the ones who are saying things about Kayali and giving these honest reviews of this PR got a green light from Kayali to do it. I still say you ain't sending it to me. See, if you want a real one, send that shit to me. Send me some shit. Say, come on through, girl. So I can say, it's all right. See, come on, Mona, send it to me. Let me have it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just let me have it. Okay. But that ain't gonna happen. Because and the reason why I'm saying that is because it seems like, it all started really coming up with this latest launch of hers, which smacks to me that they had something, they had that Kayali has something, to say about it. To be quite honest, I mean, like, I liked, which one I have? Invite only. I had it. I'm sorry, but I'll just be honest. Once I did that, what was that Apple one? Right, right, right. I said this by the way, and that's what my point is. But you see that I'm telling you because you're hearing things being said, right? But it's based on, that's why I think she got something to do with it, child. I think that they have something to do with it because all of a sudden people are being very honest about their feelings about Kayali. They got PR. Okay. Okay. And hey, I'm not even going to say they're not good. I just don't go out of my way to try them because I don't go to Sephora. That's the other thing. I don't ever go to Sephora. The Sephoras are too far away. I am an online shopper now. That's probably why I ain't trying to go try. I don't know the thing. Everybody's like, oh, let me go try. I can't be bothered with trying to go try out some fragrances or anything like that. I ain't got time for all that. Mm-mm. I ain't got time for all that. So yeah, so I just don't have time for it. So therefore, I won't smell them because I'm not gonna buy them. So there we have it. That's it. That's all. What was I gonna tell y'all about before I go? Cause I'm sleepy, y'all. I'm tired. I stayed home today with the kids because their daycare was closed for bereavement. There was a funeral of a person, child, somebody who was the owner's grandson. Um, Oh, what's my favorite flower? Honestly, it's Casablanca lilies. That's my favorite flower. Which reminds me, I gotta plant these damn tuberoses like since this week. Um, all three what? What did I say? All three? All three what? All three what? Whoo, where's right over my head? Okay. Oh yeah, all three. All three kids. Yes, I had all three of them. Because Brandon was working. Yes, all three kids. So I had all of them. So let me tell you what happened. Okay. So I had all three Blake, and that's why, because Blake had to be home too, and he had meetings today and stuff because he works from home. So I stayed home today, right? So let me just tell y'all. Let me tell you. Don't say that. What fun. No, you're so Blake. She's the sweetest little baby. Blake. All she just get a little fussy when she hungry. Otherwise, she's just as pleasant. She wants to be held. You get. She's so cute, and then she's okay. Now, morning was okay, right? Bakari and Brooklyn was running around, living their best life and things. But you have to understand that Brooklyn is in this terrible two phase, and she has these temper tantrums, and we gonna kill her soon. I don't know if she's gonna make it to three, y'all. Where she wants to kick her legs. Sometimes if she has something in her hand, she's gonna throw it. And if she don't get her way. So the morning was fine, and then they took their nap. Now I will say I think she was cranky because she's now here's the thing. She, as Bianca likes to call her, she's a sour patch kid because she can be the sweetest little girl, right? Like when we pick her up from daycare, she comes running down the hallway to me and she hugs me. She says, Gigi, hi Gigi, I missed you. I mean, she's so sweet. She has her sweet days. And her little sister, I love the way they are with Blake, right? I mean, like for real, she loved her little sissy. Sissy. Like this morning, she was getting her little because I got her some foot rattles, the sock rattles. She is making sure she had her sock rattles on. She gives her she gives her little toys. She be like on it. Sissy start crying. She want to make sure Sissy all right. So she good with the baby. Blake Bakari is too. He comes and kisses his sister. They love their little baby sister. So I love that right now. Now we know, of course, it's going to change when they get older, but hey, they got that foundation, so it'll always be there, right? So, but this little thing, and she'll just be like, and she will just be on 10. Hey, D'Angela, she will be on 10, and she kicks her legs. Listen. Bianca we gonna get arrested with this little child. I'm telling you, because we in the 2020s. Because she got mad in the car when they were getting out the other day to go into daycare because she couldn't bring in her sucker. She had something she wanted to bring it in, and they can't bring it outside food, so they have to leave in the car. She was mad. She wanted to bring it in. This little girl gets out the car and falls onto the ground screaming. Goes down to her knees, screaming. Bianca grabbed her and started tapping her. Now the funny thing is, now here's the funny thing. There was gentle parenting with Bakari. She's saying, give me gentle parenting. Okay, well, that shit went out the window with Brooklyn. Brooklyn been getting tapped. She gets into her room. She has to go through it because the girl is, I don't know, I don't know. If y'all, listen, if Brooklyn keep this up, she gonna go the way of Judy on Family Matters. She gonna go up them steps and y'all ain't never gonna hear from her again. She gonna go up them steps and y'all gonna be like, "Where's Brooklyn at? We haven't seen you talk about Brooklyn." I'll be like, What's Brooklyn? Brooklyn? What's a Brooklyn? Remember how all of a sudden Judy was gone? We never heard from her again. It was like she never existed. That's gonna be Brooklyn in this house. she go, she gonna do the Judy. She gonna go. She gonna go do the Judy Family Matters. Please, okay. And do y'all remember? Do y'all watch Family Matters? Do y'all remember when they changed the little baby, the little boy? What was his name? Richie or whatever. Remember, he was a cute little chocolate boy, and then they made him into a light skinned little boy. I hate when they do that on these shows. Right? Hey, y'all, you know what I'm talking about? Judy went up them steps. We never saw her ass again. That next season came up. There was no Judy. Never came down them steps. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But she's, and then she does this when she doesn't want something. No, 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 no. You want this? No, 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 no. Hey, Tiffany. Yeah, the shit. I cannot stand. I cannot stand when they change a chocolate person on TV to a light skinned person. Cause it's like, what? What? Are we really doing this? So we go act, and they always light skinned with curly ass hair. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They always got ringlets. You had 4C hair before. You had nice little chocolate person with 4C hair, and now all of a sudden you got light skinned person with ringlets. I'm not here for that. Yes, they sure did. I forgot about my wife and kids. They did that for Claire. Because remember that was that cute little girl, and then all of a sudden Claire became this light skinned little girl with all the long hair. It was like, it's like, so we just gonna keep perpetuating this bullshit. And I am the bullshit, but we gonna keep perpetuating it. Brooklyn testing her will to Brooklyn is testing her will to keep living. That's what she's testing. She's not testing boundaries. She's testing her life. Right, Fresh Prince I'm Viv, but you know there was more to that story. Listen, let's can we just say a minute for her? Because been holding on to that. She been holding on to that anger for decades. I'm sorry, at some point she gotta let it go. Did she finally let it go, y'all? Because she held on that shit for about 2 decades about Will's ass. And let me be honest, she was a better Aunt Viv. I liked her better than was it Daphne Reed, Maxwell Reed, whatever her name is. Baby, she been holding on to that grudge. That's been the longest Hollywood grudge I have ever heard of. I have ever heard of. If you listen, if you say, listen, I bet you can't say Will around her. Not Will. Not Will as in Will Smith like a person. You just can't use the word Will around her. Cause I know that shit come out. Right? I know that shit come out. Ooh, I know it does. Because you can say, because she's like, did you say Will? Oh, you know that motherfucker. I can't stand that motherfucker. You be like, hey, will you be willing to did you say Will? I bet you it's a Will ban in her house. It should be. I bet you the people around her be like, don't say Will. They hear somebody say Will, they be like, oh damn. Cause they know she about to start that story again. Yeah. Um, the story is that Will just didn't really like her. Yeah. See, yeah, little Nikki's ass too. I think they have made up now. I think there was something like she finally made it. Because I think somebody was like, man, okay, can you let this shit go, man? Could you let this shit go? Can you let it go, please? Just please, can you let it go? Because I mean, that was the longest standing black Hollywood grudge. I mean, it was going on forever, right? Yeah, because Cause I mean, she has sass. Her Aviv was sassy, whereas the other one, she was a little too. She couldn't pull off sass well. She could not pull off sass well. She was like that auntie that tries to be like she tries to be that kind of like, you know, don't, like, kind of, she tries to give off a little sass, but it just don't work. That's that lame. She's the okay. That's what it is. She's the lame auntie. The other Viv, she was like that lame auntie who be trying to be like tough and shit, and everybody just look at her and go, okay, yeah, all right. Really, nobody really listens to her. We all be looking, and that's that one you give her that the side eye. Oh, okay. You just be giving her a side eye, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, okay. And everybody be like, yeah, okay. Just let her live, okay? Just let her live, cause no, mm-mm, mm-mm. And it seems like they always mess up the character when they change it from the dark skin to the light skin. And I said that, and I'm light skinned, damn it. But them light skinned characters do not be good. Because it always seems like they want them to, they bring them on to um, be less black. They want them to give off, so that the demographics will like them better because they're not as um, they are more, they can accept them more, because they are um, they are black. We give them black, but just enough because they never are good better. It's always the darker complexion, right? Or they make them ditzy and dumb. The darker complexion black character is always a better character than when they flip it to the light skin one, because the light skin one is like a watered down version. There we go. They water it down so it's more palatable to the other people's palates. They need to put black. See, if they want to switch it to the light skin people, they need to put people like who act like me on it. They'd be like, well, damn, and change nothing. Be like, so I'm sorry. Keep them light skinned folks over there. Somebody could be like, she don't like light skinned people, right? Be like, the fuck wrong with y'all? No, I can't act. I can't act at all. Can't act at all. I mean, y'all see my nephew all the time. I told y'all that though, right? I don't really talk to his crazy ass, but y'all see my nephew all the time. He's the Wendy's guy. That's my oldest nephew. Did I tell y'all that? I thought I mentioned that a while ago. Maybe I did. Yeah, my oldest nephew is the Wendy's guy. The one in the commercial, the black guy in the Wendy's commercial. The guy in the Wendy's commercials. The black guy in the Wendy's commercials with the little mustache. That's my nephew. The ones that have been out in the last couple of years, the ones where I guess he in most of them. The black guy who's like the guy in the Wendy's commercials now. That's my nephew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my oldest nephew. You know, the light skinned one with the mustache. Go look at some of the ones. Right. The thick guy with the mustache. That's my nephew's. That's my nephew. Yep, that's my oldest nephew. Yep. Y'all. I you now with me in the yard as much. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this color? Now my problem is my foundations ain't gonna they don't match anymore. Cause I am getting darker. So I said I'm gonna get something kind of tinty, balmy kind of vibe. I wonder if the that stuff I bought from ABH will work. I think I'm a little bit darker. I'm almost tan, honey. I'm moving into tan right now. I gotta go out there and plant some shit. I was supposed to plant today, but then my grandson spilled. Uh, what you mean? Wait, Lou. Once I got some pictures right now. I'm still working on them. Uh, I'm just just so I guess I could post up one that I've done so far. Uh, shut up. She said that makeup still works. Let's check. Let's check, Michelle. Let's check. Where's my mirror? I don't want to be out here looking like them Nigerian women and you know what I'm talking about. Them Nigerian women who be putting on makeup that's like 3 shades lighter than them. See, it's lighter than me right now. I had to shit it shit out. Come on now. I'm telling you, I knew that. Because I do. Right? They be looking like they wearing a whole damn. I did rub it in. It is rubbed in. I'm telling you, I knew that. I told you. I am not cheating. I rubbed it all the way in. It's in. But you can definitely see. No, because I know what my color is during the year. I've gotten a few shades, and I know if it's here now, it's gonna get even better when I'm done with school. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how they irritated me with my job. Let me give y'all my job irritation. What the fuck just fell? Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. So let me tell you about my job. Okay. Let me tell you what my job's doing. So, okay. Now, get this. I told y'all they're finally going to do a salary schedule for non-licensed teachers because I work in a charter school right now, right? Hold on. So we work in I work in a charter, so you can have an unlicensed teacher. So they're supposed to be doing the salary schedule for you if you're supposed to get a bump up if you're a licensed teacher. Y'all, real talk, they talking about $2,000. They act like they're doing a huge thing. It's $2,000. Okay, but anyway. So with that, they said that we have to they have this, so we had to, if we are licensed teachers, we're supposed to fill out this survey they had, because they have to make sure that we're licensed, and then they're going to let us know what we're going to be making um, by August 1st. So now let me say this. I find it asinine. So I'm going to tell you, for the people who don't know. When you are a licensed teacher, they could just go into the state board and see that you have a license. So they send us this thing. So the first thing it says is, okay, upload your license. Okay, now mind you, I've already uploaded. They already have a copy of it. I already sent them one a while ago because they asked me for it, because they were going through this charter renewal. So they asked all licensed teachers to send in their information. Okay, cool. So I've already sent it to you, but okay, fine. So I had to, upload it. And then, now mind you, when you do this, for the people who don't know, when you go and you pull up your credentials on the state board website, it has your name, it has your number, it has all your licensing, it has all the things you're licensed in, all the things you have endorsements in. So it'll say, this, your licensing, and then it has your endorsements, which are the things that you can teach, right? Says all of that on one sheet, one thing. So it says first, give you the paper with your licensing information. Then they say upload your information with your endorsement information. What? What? Okay. So basically, I put the same damn thing twice, because it's like, I don't know what you want, but it's the same damn thing. So that's number one. So then you're filling out all the stuff they want you to do. So then they ask you this. Are y'all ready for this? Do you have an undergrad? Do you have a bachelor's degree? What? First off, in order to be licensed, I obviously have a bachelor's degree. We have to send that information into the state. Everybody knows we got to. Then they went on to ask, if you had, if you had another degree or whatever. Then they asked you, wanted some work history from you, saying, so if you are, if you have, how did they word it? Basically, they wanted you to say, okay, say for instance, you worked, like, say for you're a science teacher, and you're licensed to teach science. Oh, I worked 5 years in such and such, but have you worked in the industry that you got your degree in? That's what they wanted to know, and they wanted you to explain that to them. So if you said yes, I did, they wanted you to explain it. And then they wanted to know, were you working in what you were licensed to? Don't you fucking know that? It was just like the most asinine survey. And like I was telling Bianca, I said, why are we doing this? When all they need to do is have a clerk that goes through all the people who say they're licensed. All we should be doing is saying, yes, we are licensed. Because you don't have to, I can look up anybody and see if they're licensed. I know every licensed teacher in my school because I've looked them all up. I know who doesn't have a license. I know who's working on a sub license. I know all these things because you have the ability to look for them. But they made us, it's like 3 pages of bullshit. And it's like, it's unnecessary. And I feel like sometimes jobs do things like this just to prove they're doing something, because all it took was, hey, can you upload your license, a copy of your license? If can we just make sure we have an updated copy of your license and send it in? That's all it takes. That's all it takes to check on your licensing. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. But they made it like, and then said, "Oh, well, we're going to like let you know your final salary, uh, by August 1st." So my question is, so you telling me that I might not get all I'm supposed to get for my licensing? Y'all could say, "Oh, well, your degree is in this, but you're teaching this, so we're not going to give you as much because really." Oh, we have weekly meetings, so they waste our time all the time, all the time. Just like, for instance, this. Are y'all ready for this? This is the only school I have ever seen do this shit. Our last day of school is June 7th. Kids' last day of school is June 7th. However, my last day is the 12th, I think, or the 11th. Because, so that's a Friday, the 7th, the last day of school. On Monday, we have campus PDs. So we have to come in for meetings when school is over. And then the next day, we have report card pickup. I'm here to tell you, we were in high school. Ain't no parents coming on for report card pickup at the end of the year. We're going to have a handful of parents to come in. That's it. That's all. I have never worked in a school that has done this. The last day of school is the last day of school, right? The last day of school is the last day of school, y'all. I've never worked the way it traditionally works in a school, especially when you're in high schools and stuff. In your school, what happens is that there is a check a checkout document, and there's a checkout procedure, and you have to, you have to be checked out, whatever the checkout procedure is, and as long and everybody gets that done before the last day, or at the last day, you run in. Okay, y'all need to come check my room, because all it is, they're checking your room, right, to make sure you put everything away. You don't have, like, if they need everything off the walls because they're going to be painting, then you just take all those type of things, right? That's what the checkout procedure is, like, and then you go home. So normally what it is, the last day of school, you clear the school out, you get all these kids out the school. School is clear, all these kids out of here. See y'all later. You might speak that you might come together for like 30 minutes. Hey, end of the school year. Woohoo, yay, we're done. And you go home. I've never worked in a school like these where they make us come in and have a campus PD. Why the fuck? What I want to talk about? The year is over. I'm done. My grades are locked. I'm done with everything. Let me to go the fuck home. Listen, they better be glad I ain't got no time. I've used up all my time, because I would have called off like, yeah, y'all got this shit, because it's so asinine to me to to do this. We are worn out. I am so worn out. I cannot wait till Memorial Day. I can't wait till this week, next week, because my seniors will be done, and then that means that my day starts at almost 11 o'clock, because I don't have first period, so I don't have first and second period, and I'm happy about it. And then, like, the last week of school, the days is first, second, and third. I only got third period. It's a fabulous day for me. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I know is I want to get the hell up out of there. I am ready. I'm tired. I just want to go home, turn my alarm off, and enjoy my summer. But absolutely not. They can't let us just do that. Because what do I need to talk to y'all about at this point? Send me take care of all that the week before. Tell because I know they're gonna be talking about summer outputs and shit. That I'm here to say that I don't do summer outputs ever. Them summer outputs get looked at the night before, And I swear to God, my boss, I saw the end of year budget, and she's bought us a book to read over the summer. She gets us a book every year, and nobody reads it. Absolutely nobody reads the books that she gets us. They'd be like, "What? Hell no!" So yeah. All right, I'm about to get off of here. I gotta get ready to go to get ready for bed and everything. But y'all know them asinine meetings are so annoying. Like spring break. Other schools in our network, because it's up to the principal. See, it's a part. This is a part. My principal too was like, okay, y'all can go. Spring break. Hey, we all going out. Leave. Go. Get the kids out to school. Let's go. We had to stay there at 3 o'clock. We had to sit up there and have meetings. 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 And all what everybody was thinking about. I have tried Unbraiding. It is a very unique and kind of woody vanilla. I have never gotten around to picking it up, but I have tried it. It's worth having. I just haven't got around to buying it because it's one of them things like, oh yeah, Unbraiding. Well, the speaking of Sirs Vuitton, I got a new one. I got La Fille Tour de Fer. This is similar to Nuit de Telephone. It really is. But it's a rosy version. And it's rosy and kind of spicy, a little juicy. Ooh, it's good. It's good for this time of year. I've been giving her a little love. And I like her with Coach Wild Rose. They go together so well because this is a juicy rose and then this is a little spicier. And together they are the combination. Oh, just saying. All right. I guess at some point I should do some combination stuff. Okay, y'all. All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Ooh, my hair. Oh, one of my faves from Service Song? Orange, Fleur d'Oranger, Santo Blanc, um, Service Vuitton Santo Blanc, um, the Tour Noir. It's a lot. It's a lot of them. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. See you later.